Not real big at I'm not. What's that? Doesn't seem like her.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'll tell you, this week we've got a new challenge going on. We're actually going to be going out sturgeon fishing, of course, with our good friend Brian Claremont up here on the Menominee River. Super excited. We had lots of rain last night. The temperatures cooled down a little bit. We did go out last night for a little bit. We weren't very successful, but we've seen quite a few sturgeon jumping. So I'm super pumped. Hey, let's go out and see what happens. And like I always say, hold on to your heinies.
I'm ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to go golf. Sorry.
By how much?
Well, if I stood here, I'd get knocked out of the boat. See? All right, for cut bait, what I like to do is I like to cut it in strips.
Okay, and that's sucker you got
Yeah,
here.
this is sucker. And then you leave the ribs in there and the whole shot. And then when I hook these on here, what I like to do is I like to run through once like this, and then bring the hook back around, and then come back through.
Okay. Did you catch that good?
Like that.
Okay.
Just like that.
Okay. Hey, the other interesting part too is, Brian, you know, let's tell everybody at home, there's absolutely a ton of rocks in here. So we're using 40-pound tests on our main line where our hook's tied onto,
Yeah.
okay? And then on our sinker line, we've got 30-pound tests. But the other key is too, it's the slide weight on here, is that he's got a bead tied on there. So when that sinker gets caught in between the rocks and it's really in there, you put enough pressure on it, it actually pops that loose, and you just lose the sinker. You don't lose your rig system. So that's a great idea.
And that took me a little while to play around. We're going through so much stuff, and you know, it's a sinker, oh well, but when you're losing your three-way and your hook, you know, after a while it gets expensive with so many snags.
Right. You know, and another big thing is today, you guys, I mean, I don't know if you probably can tell or not, but the winds are gusting up over 40 miles an hour. So we've got 2 anchors off the back just to try to keep the sway in and out of the boat from swaying back and forth, and then 1 off the bow here, and we're still getting some swing. And it does make it a little tougher to see them bites, especially on your crawler. You know, the crawler, you know, you're getting so many rock bass bites on there, it doesn't take long to rip them off there.
And then when you're swaying like that, you're constantly getting snagged. You're dragging that sinker and it gets stuck in the crevices. So it just, when it's windy, it
makes it a
things
little
lot
tougher,
harder
right?
to do,
And you wouldn't think that'd be that way because you've got trees on both sides. The river kind of narrows down here a little bit.
Good old northeast wind.
Good northeaster.
Okay, set them back up there.
Yep. Oh, he is back. Oh, he's definitely there. I see him pouncing on it. Come on, Brian. You come forward with it? He must have. Is he swimming at the boat? Where's your bait?
Yep. No. No. Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
you got him. You got him. He's got him.
I do.
Woohoo! Here we go.
You gotta get the rods out of the way, over there.
Okay. All right.
Oh, he's coming up, coming up, coming up!
Oh, man.
Here you go, Uncle Phil.
Hey, hey.
Yep, there you go. Keep it tight, for real.
Get him. Oops, sorry. Get that one out of there. Tell me which way to go. Ooh, that's a good fish. Trying to get all these other rods.
Larry.
Yeah, Phil.
My pants.
Claire. What the frick? Look at this nutcase.
We got every
I gotta get these rods out of the way.
We got every line here.
Oh my God, I got this one. Oh,
That one came off.
what? What's going on with this thing?
You got that.
I know. We gotta get these rods out of the way first.
Do it though.
I don't know.
Larry, my pants are down.
He's in there.
Yep, let me go. No, we gotta get lines out of the way
Larry.
first.
He's going under the boat. I hope we don't hit the motor. He's getting back by the motor.
He's in the anchor.
He's into something here.
That's the problem. Hey, I'll tell you what, you guys. The wind is blowing so hard that we had to put a bunch of anchors out. I'm not sure what's going on with Phil's pants there. You want to pull his pants up?
Here. I'll just grab him. He's got him up.
Does he?
Pull him in there.
Holy, what a disaster. You know what? It's funny. We've waited about 2 hours to get a bite, and finally got a bite. Wow. Dude.
Yay!
Hey, yeah, get his pants back up. Phil, pull your pants up. What do your shorts say? What do they say? Oh my gosh. Get his pants up. What a piece of work he is, I'll tell you what. Phil to Dominic, you definitely have got some issues. We finally got a sturgeon, and it's a small fish.
Yep.
But you know, that was kind of interesting because you had a bite, and all of a sudden you set the hook and you missed them, and then you let it out there, and we got cut bait on this one right here. So all of a sudden you were reeling, the fish actually was coming upstream with it.
Yep, they're good for that. When you set the hook on these fish, a lot of times, and last year, remember a couple times, you're like, oh, you got off. It's like, no, reel.
Keep reeling.
Because when you get them hooked, they shoot upstream.
Okay.
Tag team effort.
All
Yes,
right.
we got high five, tag team. We
Hey,
got her.
maybe you should tighten your belt up a little bit there, big boy.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess so.
And away she goes. Give me a little splash.